Check it out. Check it out. This here goes up.
ATA gang, we in here. Shit getting better. Clutch gang, we in here, man. Welcome back to the All the Above podcast. And this video will be titled The Evils of Media. What I think, my personal opinion. Like, share, and subscribe, and comment on your personal opinions of the evils of media. There are a lot of evils of media that I don't like. I think that if you get sucked into, like, 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, cell phones weren't doing all this shit. Cell phones weren't doing all these things like, Wi-Fi wasn't so accessible. Now Wi-Fi is everywhere. We're getting ready to step into 5G technology, which I think that's gonna like bring on that might be like the beginning cornerstone of driverless cars, where there will be no more drivers in the future. The radio frequencies, I hear and see from my research are very harmful to the body. There's a lot of different things, man, that the media is not telling you, or if you're not entitled to a certain amount of information, this may seem like some, conspiracy theorist type stuff, you know what I'm saying? But my personal opinion is, if something happens once, it's a incident. If it happens twice, it's a coincidence. And if it happened 3 times, man, it's reality now. You gotta stop. You gotta, look around you. Take time to stop and see what you are exposing yourself to, what you're exposing your children to, what you're exposing your loved ones to, or whether you may or may not know. A classic cliche term is ignorance is bliss. No, it is not. Ignorance is not bliss. Your ass is in danger the whole time you remain ignorant in life, period. You're in danger. So I choose to be positive. I make a conscious decision to be positive, to be uplifting, to be loving, to have a good spirit, and just make better choices and do better in life, point blank, period. I don't care. The blessings will come when your heart is right. When your heart is right, your mind is right, you're moving in the right direction. There's nothing that you can't have. So I believe that with all my heart. Standing in the midst of having nothing, I believe that with all my heart. So I'm not going to be one of these YouTubers that try to fake like, my life is so great when it's actually not. You're going to know when my life is great because I'm going to share that experience, because I think it's important to share the upcome or the upkeep of my life. I think it's important to do that, man. So I don't like it that the media tries to pin, so-called black and white people together. Now, if you notice, that is a term that only exists in America. I think when I think of black and white, I think of a checkerboard. No, excuse me. I think of a chessboard, and I think that's what the so-called powers that be are doing. It's like a chessboard move. Like, you pin these people against each other. You pin these people against each other. You make this happen. I make this happen. I think there are like wealthy assholes somewhere that are so well off. They're totally bored with life because they've done everything they want to do. They have been everywhere they want to be. And they're playing on people's lives. Like, I can't forget the guy's name, Santos. He, that's the guy that's bringing all this bad food to, America. So I don't really, you know, I don't really like the fact that, they're doing shit like this, but I understand that the media, it amplifies what people think. The media amplifies what people think, how they move, what's going on in their lives. So I don't want to be a part of that. So I am going to use this YouTube platform to bring truth. And I'm not going to say my truth, because I think when people say my truth, that's just their bullshit in their life that they don't want to deal with. I don't want to be like that. That's the stuff in their life that they don't want to deal with. Now, that's my personal opinion on what I think when people say, oh, I'm living my truth, or when, quote unquote, gay people say they're living their truth. I don't think you're living your truth. I think that you're confused. And I don't say that in a disrespectful way. I don't disrespect the anatomy of my body. You know what I'm saying? Certain things, like, why isn't it taught that, homosexuality, that is a European culture? That's not Europeans. See, the Europeans that know, they know for a fact that all this stuff is true. That's why they hide it. That's why, they try to put their filth off on other people, and that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that like, oh, all Europeans, or if you're of European descent, I don't like you. No, I just know that the grand scheme of it all, they're trying to make it, the media tries to make you think that all so-called black people hate white people and all white people hate black people. That's not true, man. That's not true. That's not true. I know a lot of good European guys and women that, are straight up. I mean, they don't care what nationality you are. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the realm of knowing what I speak. I understand politically and legally, when I say white, that means sovereign. Now, you can't be sovereign unless you own your own homeland. Now, the greatest lie ever told, once again, this is the evils of media. The greatest lie ever told was that all quote unquote black people come from Africa. That's just not true, man. I don't understand why people, either you don't want to realize or you don't get it, that, if you go, the further you go back in history, the darker things are going to get, man. That's just the truth. And I got to tell the truth because this is my podcast. So the further you go back, the darker things are going to get. I know that I'm standing on my own homeland, quote unquote, America. I don't call it America. I call it what it really is. Maghreb al-Aqsa, the furthest extreme west, or Morocco. This is my homeland. And I know that I'm sovereign by birth. I don't need, quote unquote, Moorish paperwork to, prove who I am or say I am who I say I am. And that's how it works. That's how it goes. Another, I guess, combating conflict of media. Media makes all black people think that we're slaves. No, I come from a descendant of Moorish sultans and empresses. You know what I'm saying? That's where I come from. I know that and I understand that. 80-90% of, the slavery stories out there are fake and false. It's too old for anybody to remember. All the European had to do was rewrite everything. And you can't really say, I can't really say I hold Europeans accountable for the shit that's going on right now. The reason why I don't say that is because the person next to me, or just so happens to be white or whatever, he doesn't control policies. He doesn't pass these messed up laws that's going on. I think Barack Obama was one of the most messed up presidents we've ever had. He has passed a lot of he's passed a lot of gay laws that that shouldn't be going on. I don't want to be walking down the street with my son and have to explain to him why two men are holding each other's hands and kissing. I will explain that to him, and I will explain that to him on several different levels why I think that that's wrong, and that's the way we not gonna move, my brother. We ain't gonna do it that way. But I think that the morality and everything else is gone. You can be gay and still have morality. You don't have to you don't have to be so flamboyant with your actions. If that's the way you think you want to be, then cool. But that's just, once again, these are all the evils of media, man. They are trying to. Why do you think that this shit, it's like everywhere now? You know, you can't tell masculinity from femininity. You can't tell the two. You know, whether it be clothes or TV shows. Just the whole mentality of what a man is supposed to be and the mentality of what a woman is supposed to be is way off. It's far gone. So I think that I'm going to use my powers and use this media platform to tell the truth. And I'm going to talk in a certain lingo where you're going to know, or if you don't understand, I will try to clarify in my videos. Like I said, I've studied law. I've been studying law for about 10 plus years. So even with the governing of my own legal affairs, I was triumphant. You know, I went to court on a fresh possession of heroin charge, and I was already on probation, and I left jail scot-free. Now, being that I do know something, and I got off probation, felony probation as well, might I add. Being that I got off, I don't want to be one of the brothers that have the knowledge and still continue to do wrong or misuse the knowledge. So I just said I'm not going to do certain things anymore. I'm going to be a man of information, a man of knowledge, and try to, you know, get certain things done as far as bringing and amplifying more success into my life. I want that. I want that more than anything. I want to be a father to my children more than anything, so I'm going to focus on that. But once again, you know, and I will say this, when it comes to quote unquote black people, right? You are unconsciously calling yourself something that is harming you on so many levels. Mentally, legally, and spiritually. Black is a curse. It's a curse. It doesn't, my do-rag is black. But the fact that it's a do-rag, you're not acknowledging. You understand? A human being cannot be an adjective. Puerto Ricans live in Puerto Rico. Mexicans live in Mexico. The Chinese live in China. Jamaicans live in Jamaica. Russians live in Russia. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it, messed up. Russians live in Russia. So Moroccans live in Morocco. Now, being that this is Maghrib al-Aqsa, or what the European would say, which is America, by, being deceitful, he doesn't want to tell the truth that the people on this land don't know that they're standing on their own land, and they don't know that this is their homeland. This is Morocco. You are home. So I'm not going to drag this video out too long. I'm going to make a promise to myself, man. This is what I'm going to do. Right hand up. I solemnly swear to use my powers for good. I solemnly swear to tell the truth. I solemnly swear to be knowledgeable, kind, and straightforward and strong at all times, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I want y'all to make the same promise too. For real, for real. But the evils of media, man, I think that this is the time to be self-reliant. I think this is the time to put out the positive energies. I think that this is the time to manifest what you want to manifest in your life. If you're not in the position of life where you want to be, it's cool, man. Just use it as motivation. Just use it as I lay down and get up with a great attitude every morning. There's not one day that I let myself get mad about anything, especially if you made the choice to do wrong or if you made the choice to do right, man. That's just what it is, and you gotta understand that. You gotta know that, man. You gotta know to do the right thing at all costs. Please, it's for your benefit. It's for my benefit. I'm talking to myself as well. I'm preaching to myself as well. Because, Lord knows I don't have much. But I am thankful for what I do have. I'm thankful that I have the knowledge to be healthy, to know that wealth, health, and prosperity is coming for me. It's on a freight train. And when it hits me, it's going to hit me in a major way. And I thank God for taking me through the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the hard times in my life, so that I can see, like, this is not what it's about, man. You don't want to be hating people. You don't want to be mad at the world. You don't want to do any of that. But most of all, you don't want to pay attention to media. Media is going to set up a lie every day. You know what I'm saying? Another movie that you can watch is that talks about that is what is that? Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Running Man. Go check it out if you haven't checked it out, man. That's pretty much what's happening on a daily basis. And I think the new movie that's getting ready to come out, Queen and Slim, see, that's the type of stuff I like. I can't watch anything. I love comedy. I can't be stuck on a dim-witted mindset. I don't want to be stuck on average information because knowledge is privilege. Queen and Slim is talking about what's going on right now, man. There are a lot of European cops that are doing a lot of wrong, but I think there are cops of all ethnicities that are doing wrong. It's not enough right being going on. And I know what's going to change that. I ain't going to say on here what's going to change that, because people that really want to get stuff done, they move in silence. We're not gonna put it out what we're gonna do, because the American mafia doesn't put it out what they do, or the government that's backing Trump, they don't put it out what they're gonna do. They're using Trump as an instrument. He's nothing more than an instrument. Obama, instrument. If you are there ain't nothing but filth and dirt when it comes to media and politics. So there's the few people like Corey Holcomb, myself, that are putting great content out and putting informational stuff out, man. So the more I know, the more I'll share with y'all, the more I'll share with the fam, man. And, media. I think that it can be used for good, and I think that it can and will be turned around. You just gotta use your mouth and speak the truth, man, at all times, So, this your boy, man, Pharaoh Micah. I will be doing my best to drop at least one video every day. I'm going to shoot for more, of course. This is the media's, the evils of media. And this your boy, Pharaoh Micah. Thank you for tuning in with me, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for just hearing what I got to say, hearing my personal opinion on what I think is going on out here in the world. I want y'all to do the same. You don't shine until you wholehearted with the grind, man. This your boy, Pharaoh Micah, All the Above Podcast, signing off. Yeet it out.